What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming here, and I am back, and I'm casting this game for a second time because Spinnifix quit it 3 minutes in the first time they hosted this. So let's hope we get longer than 3 minutes of footage this time. So, we are playing Glitter Point, I believe. Yep, Glitter Point. Apparently it's like Pressure Point, but Glitter Worlds. Whatever that means, I don't know. That was how it's described to me. So, we've got wildies on these long side strips going to each tribe. I imagine it's going to convert very similar to Pressure Point. Everyone's going to take their own personal side strip. This is one easy land bridge away, so you're going to need defense here. As well as defense on the front, and this nice little high hill here, here, and here is going to provide defense, and you can see sort of similar on the other side. Now, our teams. Let's go into our teams, because I haven't actually talked about them yet. So, we've got, playing as the blue tribe, in the blue position, it is TDM's Tundar. His ally making the other half of Team 1, it is Clan Asgard's Keith52. Their opponents, first half of Team 2, it is Royal Widow's IHard-Wear. And his ally making the second half of Team 2, it's the quitter from Game 1. It is Gods of Destruction, Spinnifix. And those of you who saw the Game 1 will know that IHard-Wear tried a rush, and it didn't particularly work. He died and lost a lot of wild men. And Spinnifix did not want to play that out. So it looks like, true to Pressure Point, trees are getting harvested. Wow, no, this is not true to Pressure Point. People harvesting properly. But otherwise, people are just building. The Fire Warrior hut is going up quickly for one of the players. Oh no, Tundar has placed the plan as well. He seems to know this map reasonably well. As have the others. There's a guest spell on in the middle, so that could still be armor, though I'm not sure why. Spinnifix is already angry. I'm going to have to filter that out. Thank you, Spinnifix. It's always a pleasure to cast your games. Now, it looks like Spinnifix is going to go back towards his base. He's got his towers up on the side strip, not quite as many as Tundar has. And Keith's slowly pushing towers down as well. I hope he's left room to get huts either side of those towers, but we'll find out in time. A little bit of slow building coming out of Keith52, but I suppose they do have to manage their wood on this map. That definitely seems to be more of a focus and more of a priority, but the Fire Warrior huts are out for everyone but Tundar, which, you know, I would like to see Tundar's Fire Warrior hut up slightly quicker for the amount of towers that he has and the fact that he's trying to control positions. Keith Shaman is being annoying and taking down this tower. Spinnifix blast tricks himself to death. But it looks like we get a trade of kills. Spinnifix manages to take out Tundar at the same time in that trade. It means IHard-Wear is alive against Keith52, who has just been slowly working away on this guard tower, tearing it to shreds, breaking it down piece by piece, and being a general pain in the butt. So we can see a few blasts and an annoying brave, you know, the usual. So there's a warrior hut down for IHard-Wear on the side strip. Is there a warrior hut down for Spinnifix anywhere at all? Potentially, but not one that I can see. So there's one warrior hut here. That could be the first and only warrior hut of the game at the moment. It's looking likely, but I'm sure the other players won't be far behind. These are all top tier players. Should be expecting some good Populous out of them. I believe IHard-Wear is a returning player, so his rank on the matchmaker at the moment is not representative of how he plays. But we will see. Yeah, that's a hut. Looking for warrior huts to see if I was correct or not. But it's good. We're seeing warriors out of IHard-Wear. It's what his clan is known for. They all play very aggressively with warriors. Addiction, Maka. They like to play aggressively with warriors, but Keith wasn't paying attention. He goes down. Nice kill from Spinnifix, and Spinnifix even gets out of there with a life. He tries to get the proxy. Tundar tries to get the proxy damage kill, but not quite. But the mana situation's reasonably low. I like the patrolling fire warriors instead of putting them in towers. I don't like that, by the way. May as well give them the extra range, let them not be caught off guard, especially down on this side strip. You never know when you're going to get sided. And if you've got no defense, or if you've got no men in those towers may as well not be there. Players of this caliber aren't going to waste spells on empty towers, so they certainly know what they're doing. The sounds of shouting fill the air as the warriors rush forward. Made you land hardware, says Spinnifix. As he's being a good teammate, this is what Spinnifix likes to do. He likes to expand his ally. He likes to make them stronger, make them more productive, make them powerful. Do you want a cookie spin? Says Keith52. He obviously used the wrong chat. Earthquake into Erode. This is a known combination that's particularly effective on PP. That wasn't the best use of it. But as you can see, it really did just pull the land back and really help the lava spread across. Tundar's going on a magical journey and actually rides the tornado all the way back to his own base. If he'd had a land bridge, he might have even saved himself there. But he didn't. And now this actually does give Team 2 an opportunity to push in with Tundar dead. I don't know where Keith is. Keith is at the back of his base making land. That's not where you want to be right now, Keith. They're pushing forward. You got to be manning the defense. Tundar died. He got carried for 1,000,000 years in a tornado. Counter Earthquake from Spinnifix. He does die, but he does get some damage in. That's good. That's better than nothing. Better than a kick in the face. I don't know. Well, I do know why IHard-Wear pulled back, because he doesn't have any spells. I suppose I should say I don't know why IHard-Wear doesn't have any spells. Getting a land bridge out of Keith52 here. He's just giving himself more tower room in true Keith52 fashion. Extra towers, more defense, more places to hide his shaman and sneak in a cheeky lightning spell. The Braves keep the shaman still long enough for Tundar to secure the kill onto IHard-Wear. IHard-Wear didn't replenish his defense. He hasn't rebuilt the towers, and he's only got a couple of fire warriors. That means Tundar's going to walk right in here. We're expecting an EQ from Tundar. Yeah, there's one. Maybe two, but definitely one. I don't think there's another one coming. Tundar goes down. But Keith52's pushing forward. He's going to challenge Spinnifix. IHard-Wear's got his fire warriors. He's trying to select. He's trying to support Spinnifix. What a shot by Keith52. What a nice shot. Shoving Spinnifix into the tiniest puddle of water with a well-placed blast. IHard-Wear's now maxed out on tornadoes. Not a spell that's been serving him too well so far. But let's see what he chooses to charge next. At the moment, he's wasting mana. No, he's going for a lightning spell. He already has 1/3 of a lightning, and he wants to complete that off. But as far as I'm concerned, that is not a good sign for a player. And he throws out one of his tornadoes, which, you know, when you've got 41 pot, I don't think a tornado on a shaman is a particularly good use of it. Especially when that shaman's just going to survive, although Keith's probably going to get hit by the tower. Yeah, impatient play from Keith52. And he goes down from what could have been a bad situation for IHard-Wear. Ghost Army is going to be slightly annoying as Spinnifix is alive and pushing forward, but there's plenty of troops here, there's plenty of towers. Tundar's fixing his own land. His Braves were hands up trying to get to some wood piles that he'd prepared earlier. How they didn't burn in the earthquake is beyond me. But we've got Ghost being thrown down. Double EQ from Spinnifix. Spinnifix does go down. We're seeing what happens here. Nice saving of the height of the land from Tundar. He keeps a good platform of towers. Some of the huts do go down, but this is plenty of high ground from which he can build up a strong enough defense to keep Team 2 under pressure. I must say, I do like this variant of pressure point. I have never seen it before, and it's growing on me the more I watch it. Tundar needs to be paying attention. IHard-Wear pushes forward with fire warriors. Couple of proximity blasts, send the fire warriors running away. No, they've changed their mind. They're coming forward again. Well-placed blast from Tundar kills 2 fire warriors. You're still on 47 pop. I feel like we pointed this out ages ago, Hardware. You've been expanded and you're only on 47, 48 population. That's not a good sign. That's not what you want to see right now. More land bridges from Keith52. He's got plenty of time to expand himself. Oh, very nice kill. Tundar misses with a tornado. And actually goes down in his Shaman duel. Meanwhile, Keith is once again making land. Doing what Keith52 does. I'm surprised that he's upgraded most of his middle and front huts versus his back ones, which are very unupgraded. That's very unlike Keith52. But I suppose their base is pretty safe, pretty secure. Warriors are pushing up from Hardware. They're going into empty towers to do some building damage, and Keith's Shaman's there to clear them up. Hardware, you can't afford to throw your population away like this. You've only got 50 of it. Now you're down to 49. You've only got 5 warriors left, and Keith52 finds Hardware with the light. These warriors are basically sacrificial. Hardware's EQ is so meh that I don't even think it needs commenting on. We got Tundar on one side, and Spinnifix is looking... What is he just done with that land bridge? He's trying to side Keith52. The ghosts actually mess it up and push Spinnifix out of the way. But Spin does go down. He catches a Fire Warrior shot and a proximity blast. He gets off 1 EQ, but it doesn't do too much. Now Hardware has to hold the middle with what few troops he has. He doesn't have many. He has rebuilt more towers, which is good, but most of them are empty. Keith52 should notice this. And yeah, Tundar's coming forward as well. He gets one of the towers that has Fire Warriors in it. They're getting pushed back and back. This is a really weak spot. This spot right here is so weak for Team 2 right now. Hardware is alive. He manages to find Tundar with the light. Keith is securing the middle ground. And he looks to be satisfied with that for now. He's not going to throw his life away. He's going to make sure he's still alive to defend against any potential counterattacks. It's looking good for Team 1 still. Remember, Team 1 is whatever team has the blue tribe on it. Tundar has dismantled a couple of huts and is replacing them with warrior huts. That's normally the sign that Tundar scents blood in the water. It means he thinks victory is in his grasp. He starts training warriors. He starts trooping. He has you on the back ropes. It's typical of Tundar's style. Still no warrior hut from Spinnifix. Spinnifix is confident that he can do what he can with his Shaman. No warrior hut from Keith, but Keith has plenty of land to build one if he decides he needs it. Double Earthquake from Spinnifix again on the side defense. That's a good Earthquake. Second one can't really be written home about. Does a nice little bit of damage, and it's certainly opening up the defense on Keith's side strip. Keith's expanded so much at the back of his base, though I don't even believe he's properly feeling the pressure. I don't think he cares. As more and more of his front gets pushed back, he just has more and more of a back base. This becomes the new front line, and it really doesn't matter if he loses that, because he's got so many more huts than Team 2. Cheeky tornado from Tundar trying to take out both towers. Doesn't get either of them, but it does get the Fire Warrior. Does pick up the Fire Warrior and throw him out. Tornado from Hardware picks up Tundar, throws him right into the water, and the Fire Warriors fire a shot off as well, just to really secure his death. Hardware has been picked up into a tornado. The Fire Warrior fires from the tower, but it doesn't secure a kill. Keith52's fixing his land a little bit. Very nice. That's even more tower space, Keith. I hope you know that. And yeah, he's just going to land bridge down this side strip and use the heightened ground to create even more towers. Spinnifix is trying to push. This has all been his handiwork. Hardware's done next to nothing in terms of actual attacking damage, though he has killed quite a few Shamans. Keith and Spinnifix trade for one another. Now, we know that Hardware doesn't have any damaging spells except for a single solitary tornado. And there it is. Go Hardware. Now, of course, we keep commenting on his population, and it does seem that with a very well-placed light, he actually does take out Tundar. His population is hurting, however. He's at 59 of a green bar of 86. So he's clearly not dismantling. And looking at his huts, he's not been too good about upgrading either. Hard-Wear's population is really suffering. So many of these huts are empty. This is his second large hut in his whole base. Compare that to Spinnifix, whose huts are almost entirely done. Keith has quite a large number of upgraded huts. Tundar's huts are also almost entirely done. Hard-Wear's way behind in the building game and way behind in the upgrading game. And that's probably what's hurting his mana pool so much. He's got his first EQ now. Warriors from Tundar are coming up to clear out the middle strip. Hard-Wear has respawned, which means the other shamans are up and alive. Keith52 is already pushing towards the middle. Don't know where Tundar is. Tundar is on his way as well. Keith needs to play this patiently. He throws out a light. He doesn't get Spinnifix. Spinnifix clears up the troops with a swarm. Spinnifix throws out a light onto Keith52. He doesn't fire the target. Another light from Keith52. And another light onto Keith52. And another light onto Keith52. Cast enough of them and one of them will eventually hit. And that's the rule of the game that Spinnifix is currently playing with. He really did everything he could to miss all of his lights. And then pulled in a clutch last second hit. Keith52's Fire Warriors are pushing Spinnifix back. Spin is doing his best to not get pushed into the water. He's low health. And he goes into the water. We managed to catch it on video. What a shot from that heroic Fire Warrior. Now Hard-Wear finally has an EQ. Get in there, Hard-Wear. Yay! Hard-Wear's cast an EQ and he dies for it. But at least he cast it. This is what we're talking about. They're damaging 2 of Keith's huts. Whereas he has all of these back here. He still hasn't even built a warrior hut. Oh no, he has. He must have dismantled for this. Yeah, it looks like they've just finished that up, so he must have dismantled a hut here for this. So Keith's got a warrior hut. Tundar's pumping out warriors from 2. Yeah, the warrior trooping is just almost continuous at this point. You can see that Spinnifix is having to pull back his fire warriors. Hard-Wear's got fire warriors in huts. He's got fire warriors in towers. Hard-Wear's working an impressive 23 fire warriors right now. 47 braves and only 3 warriors. Of course, fire warriors. Keith narrowly surviving that little volley. But Spinnifix does go down. Tundar manages to find him with a well-placed light. Lakai from Tundar just to use up some of the mana that he's been banking. Oh, what a nice EQ. Gets both the towers. Opens up a brand new path. So it looks like Tundar's using his warriors to get himself in. He's using, yeah, and he's revealing the fire warriors in the huts. How did Tundar not see that? He needs to be very, very careful of what's going on there. Lots of fire warriors in huts. Lambridge is going to try and get himself up. He falls for it a second time, but not before he gets the firestorm off. That's going to kill a bunch of fire warriors. Not the most effective use of a firestorm, but hey, Tundar's got the mana. Hey, does he get a hut? He gets a hut! Woohoo! Most expensive hut you'll ever get. But with the state of Hard-Wear's base, every hut counts. I will say that. Keith52 is still alive. He's got control of the middle. He could apply pressure, or he could not. Need to see what Spinnifix is thinking about doing. His allies under way too much pressure, otherwise he would be attacking down the side strip. But there's lots of defense down here on the side. Very difficult to penetrate this defense. You'd have to EQ here, and then EQ here, and here, and plenty of time for them to react to that. Oh! Keith52 misses a very crucial lightning and goes down in a duel to Hard-Wear as Tundar continues to troop. This gives Spinnifix a much-needed opportunity to push forward. Hard-Wear struggles to kill off the warriors. Tundar is alive, so Spinnifix does have to be careful because it's not a free push. They just have a shaman advantage, although Hard-Wear is being forced to defend against all of these warriors. Lightning does not find the kill. Spinnifix finds the kill with the second follow-up light, though. Fantastic shot from Spinnifix. Kills Tundar. Gives him an opportunity to get into the base. Keith52 has just respawned, so there's a good few seconds here where nothing can be done. Spinnifix walks forward, throws down the double EQ. There's 1. There's 2. What a nice EQ. Team 1's damage base is looking pretty hard to defend now. Keith's gone from 1,000,000 towers to barely any covering important spots, because these two don't count, that's for sure. What are they protecting? And that's not even the end of it. In true Keith52 fashion, he goes full tilt and dies impatiently with Spinnifix. And there's the Firestorm retaliation from Spinnifix. Tundar needs to secure the kill onto Spin right now. What is Tundar doing? Is he going for the trade? It looks like Tundar's proposing a trade. He's going to try and secure the middle ground. He's going to let Spinnifix empty his mana and do what he can. Spinnifix actually dies to Fire Warriors. So Tundar has an opportunity to hit hard with this counter-attack, but he's got to be careful and he's got to be quick. There's a Firestorm on basically nothing, but hey, if it secures him to get in, he needs to watch those Fire Warriors in huts. He has to have seen them. He's definitely seen them. But it's not clearing them out. It's not effectively dealing with the Fire Warriors in the huts, and he's done barely anything with his attack once again. But he has cleared a way for a whole multitude of warriors to come charging forward, and that's exactly what they're doing. IHard-Wear is up and alive and able to clear these warriors out. Or at least the ones that are running towards him. There's quite a few warriors that are slipping by on his side door. Finally going to do something about these annoying huts that have been stopping them getting into the base. Nice shot from Keith52. If Keith52's smart, he's gonna... Oh, he gets Spinnifix as well. This is a free attack for Keith52. Fire Warriors have to come out the huts if they're hiding, because Keith's gonna push in. There's only one Fire Warrior in a tower. There's a Firestorm. Keith52's basically in the base now. This is gonna be a good attack from Keith. IHard-Wear's only just gotten his huts upgraded, and now he's got to say goodbye to them at this rate. There's another Firestorm on the Fire Warrior training hut. Frowny face, says Spinnifix. EQ, Tornado, and one more EQ, Keith. I know you've got it. There it is. IHard-Wear's entire base has basically been leveled in one attack thanks to some very well-played spells from Keith52. IHard-Wear does respawn, take out Keith52, but dies in the exchange. IHard-Wear is down to 54 pop with a red bar. 41 total pop he's allowed to support. Tundar's BMing. He's getting in there with the double EQ erode. Spinnifix has nothing left. Defense is down. It's down to Spinnifix to counter push. He's been the sole damage dealer of his team. He needs to get in and make something happen, or it's all over for his team. IHard-Wear has been absolutely decimated. At least he gets to keep a couple of his fully upgraded huts, because it took him a long time to get them. So being able to keep them is good. Lots of idle Fire Warriors from Keith52. You want these at the front. They'll better defend you if they're at the front. Okay, at least his Shaman's up. His Shaman's alive and looking to challenge Spinnifix. It could all come down to this. And they trade! That's so bad for Spinnifix right now. He can't afford to be trading when his ally is next to useless. That's not a comment on the ally's skill, mind. That's just the position that he's in. The ally cannot support the warriors to deal with this. And yet, to confirm what I was just explaining, Spinnifix says, I think it's over. He knows that it came down to that duel and he lost it. Well, technically he drew it because he also killed Keith. But that's just not enough when you're under pressure and it's down on you to save your ally with an aggressive attack. Because now IHard-Wear's just going to bleed out to all of these warriors. Tundar manages to find a kill onto IHard-Wear, even though IHard-Wear gets a kill back. His pop is 37. Very, very impressive 37. Nah. It's not looking terribly good. You are too vulnerable. GG, says Spinnifix. And Spinnifix quits the game. In true Spinnifix fashion. And shortly following, that will be IHard-Wear leaving the game. So your victors are Team 1. Team 1 being TDM's Tundar and Clan Asgard's Keith52. They played a very nice aggressive game. I think they were dominant the entire time. There were some good counterattacks from Spinnifix and some interestingly cool Shaman kills from IHard-Wear. But it just wasn't enough in the end. And that is the end of this game. I've been Lovenji. See you in the next cast.